That is huge. Let me get the net. Wow.
Hey guys, we're back on YouTube. On this episode, I want to talk about early spring crappie in shallow water. Some of the easiest ways to catch them, locations and presentations. What do I fish with? How do I fish? Depending on the water clarity, the water temperature, time of year. You know what time of year it is? The minute that ice gets off, I want to get my boat in that water and go chase those big pre-spawn females, the big giant black males that are chasing them in those little sloughs, trailer parks, back canals, back coves where duck blinds and stuff are. There's so many options for early spring crappie, but these are some of the most famous, popular ways that we've caught them over the years, year after year, consistently on different lakes, different reservoirs and locations. So let me share those things with you to help you catch more and bigger, fat black crappie when the ice comes off, the water's cold, the fish are there, and they will eat. But two things, you got to find them and put the right bait in front of their nose before they'll bite. Let's get to it. Show you a couple scenarios of what we do, how we do it, so you can do it too. Now when it comes to early spring crappie, you know I will have floats tied on. The slender, easy ones to use, very, very sensitive because the bites just don't seem to be very aggressive, okay? The key is staying on that spot. You got a big flat like this, you get pushed off with the wind, you wonder where you are. The waypoints will bring you back to the spots you caught the fish. This is a real good one, I think, dude. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a netter. They're just decent, huh? Where's that? I could have lifted them. I just got all nervous because I haven't caught one in a while, Like all shaky and stuff. When I get nervous, I just go like this. It's so cool, man. You know what? We went through about 45 minutes with squatolo and then moved around, poles up, move around, go around, nothing. 45 minutes moving around. All of a sudden, whoop, one tells you, one good one. Got some small ones, don't care. One good one tells you, put the poles down and search them out, then destroy them. We found these fish here, 7 feet of water. I got the 10-foot poles, so I'm gonna put those down. We're gonna stay right on this little weed bed, on the edge of it here. I'm getting bit right here as I do this. And hopefully we'll stick right on the spot and fish right in this weed bed, dissect it, and hope we find them big ones. Got 'em? Oh yeah, net, man, net. Cool. Gene, come over my shoulder, get the fish, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the one that hit my bobber.
Yeah. Oh,
look at that.
Right on, Carl.
Oh boy. Woo! I love them crappie. Wow. I'm pretty sure this guy was so aggressive, he slammed my float. I know that's not the biggest black crappie you've ever seen in your life, but boy, oh boy, when you're getting them like this on a day where you thought,
Hold on.
maybe not, look at this. Look at this. It's just psychotic, man.
Yeah. There's another one.
Never say quit.
You got to persevere no matter what the weather conditions are.
No matter what, man. It's almost like they knock it sometimes with the little baits. Bait choices, when I'm throwing early spring crappie locations, I try to tone it down a little bit, okay? If I'm not single poling, I'm using small little baits like this, okay? And bright colors. I want to provoke bites. I want them to see it. I want those little tails to shake a bit, okay? So chartreuse with oranges, bright purples with chartreuse. You get the idea. But where? The where is the little back bay coves, the black water. I don't want clear water. Honestly, this time of year, you will never catch me fishing in clear water. When the water is cold, those crappie want like a little bit of security of the darker water, the new weed, the old muddy weed. Remember, they don't care about giving off oxygen, the weeds and things like that. They're using it for potential areas to lay their eggs and a little bit of comfort, okay? Security, just like largemouth bass do as well. These early spring crappie are the same way up this way. And I'm talking about north, all the northern climates across the states. Come on, crappie. That's a good fish, dude. If that's a crappie, seriously? No, this is good. If it's a crappie, it is too. Oh boy. Wow, man. Come on. Just stay. Oh my goodness me. If someone says plates, put out the dinner plate. I might call this one dinner plate crappie. Why? Look at that, man. Look at that. I know you get those giants in Mississippi and Oklahoma and Texas, but that's what we catch right here in Ontario. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous fish? I'll take some pictures of some fish and maybe have a meal, but right there, that's what I'm looking for. Anywhere where there's potential water to get close to freezing, when it starts to get warmer, those fish will invade those areas. So I try to find little back bays, dark water, duck blinds, maybe some submerged wood and weed. Those are some of the first places I look, and so should you. You know what? It's too shallow. Or I'm too deep. See the grass I got in the bottom? I don't know if that was from that branch, but I think that's only like, 2.5 feet deep. And I want to stay above the fish's head. So I'll just shorten it up a little bit by about 5 inches. Let's try the outside edge here. Right on that tip of the tree there. Yep. Oh, good one too. Whoa, where are you going? Hey? They're almost like all twins in here. Look at it. It's the 11-inch club. 11 inches of crappie. Black and gold. Hey? Just good eating size crappies right there, boy. You know the big ones I like to catch and take pictures of, but those right there. So here's what I'm doing here too, because that tree's tapering down. In this channel, I'm sitting in 4 feet of water. So obviously the deeper edges, they like to see this deeper stuff here. If I was single poling, I bet I can get them way up inside there, but holding the pole right down right below the surface. But these ones that are eating the little plastic, they're right on the tip of this tree at the deepest section, at the point of it right there. Let's see if there's any more there. And they bury right in. When they eat it, they turn right around and try to go right back in there. You can almost feel the brush sometimes when I'm fighting them. See? Wow, eh? Look how they scrap. Wow. Man, I love catching crappies, man. I just love it. Look where he's got it here too. Look at that. Huh? Right through the side, past the membrane. Getting a sharp little jig hook right there. That's right there. A little bit more than a handful. Ready? Go on. Little shad bait. Just a little shad bait. Streamlined little thing with a little tail. And you can see how it just shakes in the water. When I shake it, I just shake it. You know? Get it up straight. Line it up. A little tail. Even the wind, it's moving and stuff. Little white jig head. Right to the hook. Now, for whatever reason, springtime, the seasons go back and forth. Storms, cold fronts, cold nights. Cold nights. Nights are the number one thing that pushes crappie out and pulls them in. Nighttime temperatures. So sometimes if you're the early bird who wants to catch the early worm, try the little neck down areas before the back base. Remember, that shallow water gets cold fast, okay, at night.
I got a nice one. Look at this tank.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, you let me know, man.
I know, I'm so confident lately.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh man, I don't know.
Look how big that is.
Oh! That is a massive crappie.
Sugar shad.
Look at that.
Scissor shad.
That's just awesome.
Huge, man. And Carl has got one too.
Look at that. There you go.
Look at that bend that rod. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect rods for crappie, man. Perfect. You don't pull those hooks out, eh?
Nope.
And just let them scrap, pull, do whatever they want.
And you can tell it's an epic day. We're letting 12, 13s go. We just want monsters.
Oh yeah. Looking for the big fish with the big bait. And that is today, scissor shad.
What a difference though.
Yep.
Look at the average
Big
size.
fish.
Yeah.
You think it's summertime. We filmed here with summertime before with these things.
Yeah.
But now,
Oh, buddy. You're having a hard time getting them up. That's another tank. Oh, yeah.
my God. I don't want to even see what's down there. You know that?
Yeah.
Might scare me. Oh my God.
Look at that.
Beautiful crappies.
And mixed too. Males, females.
Yep. All about the bait, boy.
Yeah.
All about the bait. Catching beautiful crappies. The scissor shads, man oh man. Let them go. And just real simple setups, like I said. Slip floats.
Oh, yeah. Look, on the roll.
Catching crappies.
Oh, buddy.
The little B&Ms.
You know what?
Big
This
slab?
might be a huge one.
Oh boy, it is.
Buddy, I think it is. Oh, man. That is a beast. Oh,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, gorgeous fish.
Man. Doesn't get better than this. Well, it might in an hour.
Let's see.
Look at that.
Oh God, man. Put 'em in the box?
Yeah.
All right. Boxer, boss.
Beautiful.
So sometimes they'll pull out a little bit from 3 feet to maybe 5, 6 feet. If you find a little neck down area with a little bit of weed, it can be gold. Real gold. Right here are the crappie. Off bottom and on bottom. 4.9 feet of water. Fishing at 2:30 in the afternoon. And look at, because we're at the power pulls down, so we're not moving. So you say, how come the bottom is changing and stuff? Those are the crappie on the bottom. Schools is going through on top of that weed, okay? Once in a while you see them also come right up all through here. So we're just making casts in front of the boat, around the boat, and just once in a while. See how it keeps changing? Those are fish moving through this little ball neck area from the back bays and the bays where they want to spawn. And we're cutting them off at the pass, you know, like one of those cheesy spaghetti westerns. And then we're just catching them with the little scissor shads with the big thick body, sharp hook, little darter head, and then little balls going up along like that, catching those big fat slabs right there. Oh, dude, I saw him. I saw him.
Dude,
Oh, good.
that's a-
No, really. This is sick. Dude,
Buddy.
come on.
Oh, come on.
Sebastian, get him, buddy. Get him, buddy.
Oh! What? That's not normal. Oh, dude. Right on.
Oh, God. Thank you. Seriously.
Oh.
Scissor, shad, slab.
Let me
Look. No.
That is amazing.
Oh my God, look at that. When a hook goes in, they stay in, hey?
Wow.
How's that? Hey?
That is a massive fish, buddy.
Hey? Wow. Fish like this could drive a man to drink.
Yeah.
You know? Look at that.
Okay, I'm
Big,
casting right
beautiful
away.
crappie, boy. Wow. That one's pushing 2 pounds plus. You know that, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the mouth on him. Another location is trailer parks. If you can get in and they allow public access and you're respectful of people's property, they can be gold mines. Why again? Because they feature the same characteristics like those back bays with the duck blinds in the dark water. Okay. Oh my God, here we go, folks. Here comes the pitch. Batter, batter, batter. Whoop. I think I'm in the spot. Be a couple inches off. Come on, crappie. Come out of there. Crappie been sitting more out here. varying the depth back and forth, little bobber stop. So I can go slide it up the line without damaging it, bring it back down, keep varying the depth of the float. I got one little split sinker there that just helps either the tube or the grub or the little slab daddy to sink a little bit faster. Why I want that to happen is because I got a little bit of current. You see that? That's the wind pushing it. I want it to slow down a little bit. You see how slow they are. The odd ones coming out and flashing, but mostly they're coming out slow like this, looking at it, and then if it's going by too fast, forget it. I got to cast back in again. There we go. There's the cast. Here we go. Let them sink down. Come on, take it, boy. That's the cast right there. I should get bit. Chartreuse is the ticket, my boy. Look at this. That is what I came for. You see that? I ain't looking for 100 crappie today. I'm looking for crappie that look like this. And look how light. I want to show you that. Look at that. Hey, probably hooked them here. Fought. I'm going to put a few in the live well. Definitely going to let them go, but that's not the real big ones yet. You know what ones I'm after? About that long, that high, this thick. And as a start on a frustrating, let's say, early afternoon, because they're very spooky. Definitely a high populated area. A lot of people fish here, and they are spooky as heck. So I can wait for the sun to get up, temperatures to rise, them to get active. Docks, mooring systems, some weed, back dredge canals. Chances are those trailer parks have made those canals themselves for people's boats for summertime mooring, okay? So it's dredged, it's dark water, it's as close as the warmest water you're going to find in spring. Some of the biggest lakes I fish, I look just for that. Little sloughs, little back canals, trailer parks, areas where those crappie can get into. Really special about finding a school of crappie all bunched up together on a single piece of natural or man-made cover, and there's no better location to find early season slabs than the nearest trailer park on the lakes you fish. Let's see if the tree in the water has any crappie in the water. I'd say it does. Look at that. A good one too, eh? Wow. Big beautiful slab to start on another little tree, huh? This one's a little bit bigger. This one's the kind of ones we're looking for. Again, top of the yap, man. Top of the yap. Let's just get the hook out. That's all there's to it. And that's an eater right there, I'd say. Look at that. If your boat can float, get into them. Respect the people's property, fish around it, but there's different ways to do it. The float, again, can be magical, but just find that area, dark water, maybe a little bit of sparse weed, fallen trees, bushes, anything those crappie can relate to in those little back sloughs like trailer parks and back canals and things like that. Those are the things you want to look for in early spring for some of the easiest, biggest crappie of the early season. Bye. Oh, God. Yeah, man. Another good one. Look at him. And this one I got the purple chartreuse. And the common denominator, man. Oh, another good fish. It's that chartreuse head. Remember, I want them to see it. I want to be able to see it. And you're single pulling like this. When you can just see your bait disappear when you don't see those bites sometimes, just feel them. It's just incredible how they can just suck it in. Okay, you're saying, why the float? Because the float is very similar to almost vertical jigging for these fish. You can keep altering the depth of your bait below the float. So if you're fishing in 5-6 feet of water in the back of a duck blind area, back bays that are just mucky and dirty and stuff, or in the trailer park, keep varying the depth, then you can pinpoint where those crappie are. So you can do that with the float. You can change your depths, use your slip float, move the stopper back and forth, but again, I would suggest using a small slender-like float to detect even the lightest little bumps or bites, because sometimes they just inhale it. That's all you need to set the hook. But it's a very popular technique and presentation to catch them, where you set it up with a slip float here, and you got a little bobber stop that you put on, so it affects how far up the float will go up, then that affects how deep you're fishing. So that there is about 24 inches, okay? The area I'm gonna be fishing is about 4.5, between 3 to about 5 feet, I'd say. So about 4.5 feet. So I'm gonna start with the float, a little deeper, about 36 inches. And I'm vary that depending on the bites, the depth I'm at. I always wanna keep this little bait above the crappie's face so he sees it. I don't like to have to make them go down. They will eat down, but I like to have them just look up and go boom, and grab it. Little shad baits I'm going to use just look like real small little profile. 1/16 ounce jig. Can I pull another one out of here? How many got stung mouths? How many went back? Yep. Whoa. Oh boy. Walter was in there. Look at. On the outside edge, man. Oh. Eating the soft shad bait. Look at that. Is that a handful or what? Wow. Tell me that isn't fun crappies, man. Right past the membrane. That's why I use those jig heads that are a little bit more set back. Take a few pictures of that one. We'll let her go. But man, oh man. Got the poles down, casting to it. I pulled her off there, or him off, let's see. No, look at the skinny little belly. And just keep altering it so you're putting that bait almost right on their nose. They only have really one option. You know what that is. They gotta eat it. Oh boy.
That's a nice one, Karl.
Big slab, boy. Oh God.
You need that, Karl?
Yeah, look at him go this way. Sebastian, look.
I know, buddy.
Look at. Oh God, dude, the biggest so far. Look at that.
I know, buddy.
That I've seen. Oh my God. Hey?
Look at that.
Scissor, shad,
Oh, man.
slab. Look at that. When you set on it, man, that little B&M just bends. You know, look at where he's got it. Wow. Oh my God. Right through the top too. But I had to inspire that bite. You say, how do you inspire the bite? All he did was just twitch it real lightly. Just twitch it. So he could see it move. And those little balls just go like this. And that's what you get right there. Those that know, know. This is a jig pole. Probably the deadliest way to find spring crappie hiding in brush, duck blinds, fallen timber, new lily pads, you name it. The jig pole is one of the deadliest ways to catch early spring crappie. If they're not all schooled up where you can cast a float and catch them, that's fine. But I love to sneak up on them. So sometimes you just got to pick up that big pole, your little jig, and go and hunt them and catch them just like we did.
Right on, Karl. Oh yeah, buddy.
Hunting them down, dudes. Putting the power poles down, using all your equipment. Look where he's got it. I'd say that's an eaten size crappie, boy. Just about anywhere they swim in the world. Wow, there's no way. I gotta show you this. This is really important. Here's why I use these slab slasher, okay? Look at that where it is. Whether it be on old stumps, submerged brush, fallen trees, new lily pads, staying back and picking your poison. 10-foot, 11-foot, and 12-foot jig poles, regardless of where you want to fish them, they will catch those crappie that you can't catch with the float. Some of the simplest way to fish for crappie, picking it up and dropping it in, and a little twitch. Swimming it, shaking it. And you know, when I put it down first, I'll actually sink it down, well, I'd say that's about 6 feet. So when I first go in, I'll let it go down about 3 feet, just in case they're suspended, then bring it up. We all know crappie love to eat looking up at their bait like this, okay? So I'll fish it down a little bit deeper than I want to. Once I get the schools, stirred up, get them all excited and stuff, I'll keep it high so you get those fish coming up and eating it. So back and forth until you can figure out exactly where they are on brush like this. They could be on the far side. But it's incredible how many fish are in a spot when you first pull up and think, maybe not. You know, I expected a fish on the first drop. I should be catching them. Sometimes it takes a little effort just to find them. But once you do, you know what happens then. It could be lights out crappie. Here's the deal, just slow pitches, man. Slow pitch. Pendulum, hold it, stop it. All these bites I see are fish in the shallow water will be when you stop it and just shake it vertically, then it just disappears. But slow is the way to go. Get their attention with the fin spin. I shake it, shake the rod tip, get that little blade moving, and then just hold it. And everything. Little red pads out here, the wood in here. Any spots where I think they could be holding on to. There we go. Look at that. Pulls down. Just come out and eat it. Just like that. Good one too. On the fin spin. With the slab magnet, boys. Look at that. Look how we took that too. Oh yeah. Not that one. That wasn't a little one. Look at him fight. Look at him fight. Wow. Wow. I just want to keep seeing those big fat slabs. And I'm fishing this. So I put it in and I just swim it. It goes along. I stop. See what happens when I stop? The little tail does the same thing in the water. So it's still provoking. And then the water's tea color. Got the glasses on. There's no sun. If I had sun edge, I could see them all. But just I see just a shadow, light grayish black. And all of a sudden, they go doom. The smaller ones, the bigger ones, doom. It's gone. So then I just set hook. But I look at the visual aspect of seeing that disappear, and this right here, the blank through the handle. I can't even tell you how important that is. And you say, okay, look at that little reel at the back. That is so important. It's out of the way. Sometimes you have a spinning reel that sits up here somewhere. You got that handle sticking out. You don't even use it anyway. The line, when you're playing around a little bit, back and forth, goes around there. You get a big fish, you lose it, you start cussing and stuff. You don't want to do that. These little reels, I think they cost like 20 bucks, 19 bucks, whatever it is, just holds the line for this kind of fishing. They're worth every single penny. But man, oh man, does it make single poling so much more easier when you have the setback reel seat, and all you have to worry about is just looking where you're going to put the bait and catch those crappie. Oh my goodness! Look at Haas. Haas, come here! Oh my goodness, hey? Haas and the boss. Now I'm getting all cocky, eh? Look at that! Look at that! Seriously, look where he's got it. Come on, man. Look at that. Okay, so you say, why can't I just throw a float at those same areas that you use in the single pole? Because sometimes it's so shallow that you can't even set the float like 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. It's just not feasible. So you can sneak up on them with your boat, put the anchor down or your poles, however you're fishing, and think about the jig pole. 10, 11, 12 foot, sometimes even the 14-foot models to stay back from those crappie, put the bait down, and shake it near the nose. And another thing to remember, when we're seeing the good stuff, like all of a sudden pads or clumps and stuff, reach down with my foot, make sure those poles are down. So just in case the wind or breeze push us into it, I don't want to spook any fish. But if we catch a fish, chances there might be 1 or 2 more. So we stay back, can pitch to it, and just control it, almost fishing from a floating dock.
Gotta love him.
There, got 2. Singapore in the sausage head, boys. Let me show you how much he wants sausage. Look at that. Do you think he wanted that? But in spring, I can guarantee you those fish will find that brush. It's just a natural. That's what they do. When they gang up, it's your job to figure out where they are on that brush, shallow side. I find the mornings, they're on the deeper edges. As the sun rises, warms up that shallower side a little bit more. They could pull up a little bit. But you know what? When you're dissecting it with the bait like, or the rod like this, the jig pole, it's just elementary. You get in there, you dissect it, and then you leave it. You find similar spots. But the jig pole, one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat, hard to beat.
This is a clump, but there's clumps here again. These weeds. Oh yeah! There's
I saw that one.
Oh yeah. That's
Look at
fun. Look at that. I'm getting the hang of this now.
You like that, eh?
Yeah, it's a little bit better than you, Carl. Watch this. That's at my height.
Well, I have the real bottom seat. I don't have that actual handle of the rod. I can't do that.
Beautiful fish. And you see them, just eat it.
Putting it down a little bit, hold it, boop, or all of a sudden there's a weight sensation and crappie on. Ooh, nice crappie. Nice crappie. Look at that thing fight. Look at that. Right in the nose too. Whoa, that's a good one right there, boy. That's a good one right there. That's another eater. That's what I call an eater right there. Look at that. Big, beautiful slab, boy. Oh yeah, look at that. Gorgeous crappie right there. Nice thick backs on them. Look at that. Tell me you wouldn't want 10 of those, 12 of those. Make for a good meal. And when it comes to the jig pole colors, I don't mind going a little bit bigger, because remember, I'm putting these baits right on their nose. So I want something with a lot of chartreuse, okay? Because remember, I'm fishing murky water, mud, tea stained from floods, you know, mud coming in from creeks and things like that. Almost looks obnoxious, but the crappie love it, man. From 2 feet to 5, 6 feet deep, it doesn't matter. They'll invade those areas. I could be wrong. I'm not wrong. Look at the size of that crappie, dude. Look at the size of that crappie. I mean, this is a big, big crappie. Ready? Look at that crappie. How's that one, dudes? Right there. Look where he was. You talk about fighting? That thing fought like a largemouth. Look where he took it. Right in the brush, boys. Slab magnet, black slab, put the two together with a single pole. You are going to catch them, just like you saw on the Extreme Crappie Angler. This fish is going to go for pictures, and I'll show you. I will let her go. But a fantastic way to end my day, playing around in the brush with a single pole. But think about provoking those strikes by putting this bright colored, minnow-shaped little bait on their nose with the jig pole. You can't beat it. And I'm jig poling in spring in that cold water, okay? Those crappie take their time to come up to it. It's like they just come up, look at it real close. So what I'll do is I'll add some scent, just a little piece, slab bite, everyone's got their own favorites. Just add a little bit of scent to my bait. A little bit of scent will go a long way in spring when the water's cold, especially when you're putting that bait on their nose. You want something that just provokes them to open their mouth and grab it. Got my line stretched out, my hand here, so I can lower it and lift it as I like. There's all those minnows again. Oh boy. You know that you got a good bait when you're fishing around live bait, schools of minnows, and you're catching them. Whoa, good one. And you're catching them on plastic, eh? Oh, that's a good crappie. Look at this. Carl, get him in a boat. Wow, wow. That's a good crappie, boy. That's a good crappie. Look at that. Wow. Hold on, you. Mama and Papa says, bring home some crappie, Carl. We want to eat. Yeah, that's an eater. So hopefully these tips help you for early spring crappie in locations and presentations. There are a few easy ways that we use to catch them, whether you want to throw the slip float in different areas, use the jig pole and sneak up on them and put it right on their kitchen table. It's totally up to you. But get out there in spring, fish safe, fish extreme, and because of you guys, we keep providing these kind of videos to help you catch more and bigger crappie. Hope you subscribe. If you got any questions, post them below, and yours truly will answer them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time somewhere fishing for crappie.